this is a very special edition of our Friday noon episode of our Friday show. This is a special episode because yesterday I I gotta mute myself so I don't hear myself. Yesterday I delivered a workshop on how to write headlines that get customers. And it was an incredible workshop. We had a ton of people there. I think like 64 people showed up for this thing, and I announced it like with less than 24 hours notice. I had a ton of people show up for that. And I had a bunch of people message me and say, can you send me a recording? And in classic form, forgot to record. Had the recording going, had it up and available, paused it because I started really early, and then I forgot to hit record. So I'm going to present that again today. I have a bunch of people here on the Zoom who are going to participate in this. So if you hang out with me for a little while, I'm going to teach you how to write attention-grabbing headlines that will get you customers. And we're going to go through a whole bunch of different strategies and mindsets. And it's, you're going to love it. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, whether you're here live or you're watching the recording of this, you are watching a simulcast of an open Q&A that I do for people that are in my service. So I run a mastermind. It's called Force Acceleration. It's ridiculously affordable. We don't let everybody in. You got to be the right kind of person for it because we only want the right people in there. And you get a bunch of really cool training that helps you. And you get the opportunity to meet with these incredible people every week for 2 hours and strategize about what you're doing, keep you accountable, help you make more money, help you have better results for your clients. And we have a ton of fun while we're doing it. So not everybody gets in. It might not be for you, but if you want to check it out, you can go to collab.prouty.me. I'll put that link in the chat. And I'll put it in the description of the video as well when the recording is up. And when you go there to check out collab.prouty.me, there's a little video there, tells you about it. I'm not I really don't want to try to sell it to you. I kind of want you to say, hey, this is right for me. Let's go. It's ridiculously inexpensive. Like if you bought coffee today, you spent more than the people who are in the mastermind. All right, so here we go. Let me share my screen, and we're going to talk about headlines and writing great headlines. Here's my mission in doing this training. My mission is for you to understand the principles of writing great headlines. And we want to write great headlines because the headline is what captivates the reader to continue reading the content. And if any of my mastermind members were here to tell you, what you'd probably hear them say is, we don't arbitrarily create content on social media. We were very intentional about the content we create. And the intention of the content is to get clients. It's to get customers. We're not just showing up on social media willy-nilly, posting pictures of whatever we happen to do, wherever we happen to do it. We're posting content on social media with the direction, with the intent of getting clients. And the only way your content is going to get clients is if it makes an offer. So every piece of content should make an offer. But to get people to read your offer or listen to your offer, we have to get them to consume your content. And it's the headline that gets them to consume the content. Okay, so that's big picture. We show up on social media to get clients, and for no other reason. We don't show up on social media to show off whatever nonsense is going on in our lives. No, people care much less about that than you think. We show up on social media to get clients into our businesses. And a large part of what we do in my Force Acceleration Mastermind is focus on how to create the content that gets clients. But you can't get people to engage with your content without a great headline. So that's what we're going to do today, is that very first step, which is get people to read your post, read your article, open your email, watch your video, we get them to do all of that with the headline. And so a headline is not, it's not necessarily the only thing that you think it is. You might just think, oh, I'm writing an article, I need a headline. The headline is the first sentence of any piece of content that you create. It's the first thing that people see. It could be in an ad that you create. It's the title of your video. It is also the subject of your email. So this headline strategy that I'm going to teach you has multiple purposes, and you can use it everywhere. And that's really important to understand to get people to engage with your content. Okay. And once again, the Force Acceleration Collaborative Mastermind, we go into so much detail in this step by step, every step of the way. And you can explore that at collab.prouty.me. All right. But I don't want everybody in there. You've got to be right for it. You've got to already have a business. You have to make a little bit of money already. This isn't for people who are kind of wandering around lost in the woods. We're not going to help you in there. We're helping people who are serious about if you don't want to make more money, right? This isn't right for you. And if you don't want to have better results for your clients, it's not right for you. Okay, if you're happy with the money you're making and you're happy with the results you're getting people, you're going to be bored in there. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to share some notes with you. So this is how I teach. I teach by using notes. I got to find those notes. They are right here. Okay. Almost lost them. Okay, the title of this class is How to Write Attention-Grabbing Headlines That Get Customers. Now, I have some keys in here that I want to share with you. The first one is you've got to really understand who your customers, who they are and what they want. If you don't have an understanding of what your customers want, you're in pretty rough shape because you're going to have a hard time writing the words that resonate with them. So you've got to be talking to your customers and you've got to be listening very carefully to the things they tell you that they want. So where do you get this? You get this on sales calls. When people start asking you questions on sales calls, you get this in comments on your social media. You get this in private messages that people send you when they're exploring what you do. And by the way, you can also get it by talking to your current customers. And so one of the most profound things that I've ever done is I send out surveys to my current customers and I say, what do you want more of? And I unearth the things that they want more of. Now, it's to my advantage to do that because I can give them more of that in the training that I deliver them and in the mentorship I deliver them. There's generally 3 things that always surface from my clients. You should figure out what those 3 things are for yours. Then you couple that with action words. Words like learn, how to, discover, transform. So those are action words. People like action. And I will tell you this, if you want to get your clients better results, you want clients who are willing to take action. You don't want clients who you're going to deliver something to and they're not going to do anything with it. They're going to get terrible results. So if you're using action words in your headlines, you're going to get action takers to take the next step. And then finally, you can phrase anything that you learn about your clients and the language that they use in the form of a question. So are you tired of not losing weight? Would be like if you were a fitness coach, you helped someone with weight loss. And you might hear your client say, I'm just so tired of not losing weight. I'm so tired of trying things that don't work. I'm so tired of getting advice and having it now work for me, right? So you ask that question. Are you tired of that? You tired of that? Read this. And so that's some fundamentals here. There's one fundamental here that I didn't share in the notes, but I will share with you. I used software that I wrote to extract the transcription of thousands of high-performing YouTube videos. And I took those transcriptions and I put them into a piece of software called Hemingway. Hemingway did one thing for me. It told me the reading level of those transcriptions. I wanted to understand at what level was top performing content writing, at what grade level. Turns out, depending on the niche, it's either 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. Generally, the bell-shaped curve heavily weighted to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So that might surprise some of you that we have to write at such an elemental level. But it's when you write simply and plainly that you get the best response. Now, the title for this workshop, I tried to write it at a 12th grade level. Let me bring up the Hemingway app, and we'll see. I tried to write it at like a 12th grade level because I want smart people consuming this. So let me show you. I brought up the Hemingway app. Oh, let me share my screen, and I'll show you how we do this. You can do this with your content and your headlines as well. So let's grab this headline. This is the headline that I wrote. Let's go over to Hemingway, paste it in. And so it gave me a grade 13. So it's a little bit, I was shooting for grade 12 for you because I want smart people to respond to this, because smart people will do a better job with this information. So how could I rewrite this and simplify it and hit like a 7th grade level? Ready? How to write headlines that get clients. Let's see. How'd I do? Grade 4. How to write. So that's maybe a little too simple. How to write better headlines that get clients. There we go. Grade 6. You see it over here on the right? Okay, so I'm writing at a 6th grade level with this headline. So I might have gotten better response for the workshop. So I delivered this workshop yesterday on a moment's notice and got like, I think the final number, we maxed out at like 64 people in there. Not too bad. We're just giving very short notice, one social post on it. But I might have gotten more if I simplified the headline. However, I purposefully wrote a higher grade level headline at grade 13 because I wanted to filter out. I wanted to get smarter people in there. So if you were there yesterday, thanks for being smart. Okay, so that's the Hemingway. It's hemingwayapp.com. Just go there. You can check the reading level of your headlines. Shoot for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We had somebody on the workshop yesterday who marketed to engineers, and my research, because I work with other people who work with engineers, is 9th grade. You got to amp it up just a little bit for that age group. All right, so there's another key grade level. Write at a 6th, 7th, or 8th grade level. Now you're going to feel like that's like really simple. You're going to feel like that's unnecessarily simple. You're going to get much better response from it when you do. Here are some strategies. By the way, if you've just joined us, what you're watching is you're watching me deliver a training, and I'm doing it through Zoom to some people who have been in my service. And you get all of this inside a mastermind that I have called Force Acceleration. You can explore that mastermind by going to, I think it's, yeah. Just go to collab.prouty.me. I'll include that link down below. And if you go there, you have the opportunity to get on my calendar to explore if this mastermind is right for you. It's ridiculously inexpensive. It's laughable. Like I said earlier, if you bought coffee today, you spent more money than people in the mastermind. And the people in the mastermind get to work with me like 4 times a week on their marketing. You know, I don't know. Maybe that would help you. Next key, create a sense of urgency. Time-limited offers in your headlines using phrases like only today or ending soon will work very well for you. I have tested using only today as an email subject line, works wildly well. because it builds curiosity and urgency. Ending soon works well as well, but only today. I've used that as a subject, as a headline in a subject of an email campaign, and my open rate was through the roof. Because people wanted to know, oh, what's only today? So curiosity is built. So you can test that one out. But you could also add that to a headline, like only today, only 10 left in stock. Or you could also add a deadline, ends at midnight, ending soon, ends at 11:15 p.m. in your headline. And that's going to, that sense of urgency is going to get people feeling a little bit of like, well, what's going on here? What do I need to check out? What do I need to know? You could emphasize scarcity, but don't abuse this. Like, don't do fake scarcity, do real scarcity, like limit the quantities. When I open up the mastermind, I only allow 20 people in at a time. And I make that very, very well known. We only let 20 people in at a time because I want to control growth and I like to onboard and work with people directly. And I can't, that works. So I will say only 20 spots available whenever there's an opening. So here's your template for that. Only number of whatever available. So here, let's work on this. Only 4 spots available. Only 3 sessions available. Okay, so we use a number. And by the way, grammatically, we're told to use the written out number for low numbers below 10. But in this case, thank you, Jed Wong, very kind of you for putting that in there. That is very, very, thank you very much for doing that. In this case, the number is more eye-catching. So we use the actual digit. It's more eye-catching when you use that in the headline. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, that number is going to grab people's attention. Scarcity because of the seasons. Get your summer collection before it's gone. Or I do it like by the months when I open up spots in the mastermind. I will open up spots and say, get access now before the August opening is gone. Exclusive access. Members get something like members get early access would work very well. The next strategy would be to steer clear of stuff they don't like, mistakes, unpleasantries. Help them, this is called escape. Help them escape from the things that they're trying to avoid. What we know from data research is that people would rather escape a bad situation than try to arrive at a good situation. But we want to use scare tactics sparingly. We don't want to do anything that's like unethical or uncouth. We want to be couth. We want to be ethical. We don't want to fake scare people. We just want to be real. Like when you go to the doctor, sometimes the doctor might try to scare you, but the doctor generally is just going to be like, okay, well, you've got this problem. We got to fix this. Like, just be more prescriptive. Don't try to be terrifying. So don't make these five common hiking mistakes. When I wrote that headline the first time, I wrote hitchhiking by accident. That would be a hilarious headline. Don't make these 5 common hitchhiking mistakes. Are you making these budgeting mistakes that your bank account will regret? And then offer some solutions, because if you're going to help people escape a painful situation, in your content, offer up a simple solution for them, but then also make the offer that you can help them with more. Numbers, percent signs, dollar signs all work very well at capturing attention in headlines. Increase your sales by 30% in just 1 month. When I wrote this one, I was tempted to write the number 1 instead of the word 1, but I wanted that 30% to really stand out. And I think if I were writing this for real, depending on where I was writing it, I would capitalize the word 1. Like all capitalized, like this. So where would I do that? On Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Where wouldn't I do that? Email subject line. I would be very careful. I would do it in my own email, but if I had a private client ask me to do it, I would advise against, because you will be filtered into the promotions tab. Citing a list, the next item, top 7 benefits of regular exercise. Studies show 70% of people prefer blank. And so what I've shown you in a couple of these is how to turn these into templates. And so now's a good time for me to show you how to do that. Take a headline like this and templatize it for your own use. Let me show you what I mean. Are you making these budgeting mistakes your bank account will regret? Well, let's turn this into a template. All I do is I remove the specific stuff to that headline. And now I have a template I can use. Are you making these SEO mistakes your website will regret? Your business will regret? Are you making these skin moisturizer mistakes? Are you making these moisturizing mistakes your skin will regret? Are you making these automation mistakes your business will regret? So people don't want to make mistakes. And so the people who are using skincare, SEO, automation, when they see that there are mistakes and you're asking the question, are you making them? They want to find out. Well, I don't want to make mistakes, and I'm doing SEO. I don't want to make mistakes, so let's see if I'm making these mistakes. People like to be able to categorize themselves in comparison to others. And if you say that other people are making mistakes and they read this like, oh, I'm not making those mistakes, or I am, now they know where they're at and they're ready to take that next move. So that is how you take a headline and turn it into a template. By the way, if you like what you're seeing here and you'd like to be a part of a collaborative mastermind where this is all we do, every single week we do stuff like this to help you grow your business, get better results for your clients, and have a ton of fun, then you would be wise to visit collab.prouty.me. Prouty's my last name. Collab stands for collaboration, because that's what we do in there. It's just a bunch of cool people. A bunch of them are on this call right now. It's just a bunch of cool people that get together every week. I share stuff like this. They go off and do it, and then they report the results back. And we all grow. Everybody grows faster. Offer a slight solution when you're scaring people, when you're telling them how it is, right? You got to offer them a little tip. That's always very helpful. Okay, I talked about this, by the way. Statistics for credibility. Studies show 70% of people prefer. So just replace the percent and the thing that they prefer. Or hate. You could also watch this. Let me show you some cool ways to templatize this one. I'm just thinking more about it as I'm looking at it. Watch this. Studies show 70% of business owners hate. Well, I'm going to use it. Hate this one thing. So look at all of the things that I've incorporated into this headline. I've cited, I'm saying that there's a source for credibility. I've got a number. I've got a symbol. I've called out my specific audience, a feeling that they have. I probably wouldn't use hate. I think hate would probably, the word hate would probably suppress my visibility on social media. Want to avoid this one thing. That would work the same. And then this one thing, that leverages escape, the escape thought process. Now, here's a tip for you. This is very long. It's a very long headline. The moment you write a headline that you feel good about, see if you can rewrite it in 6 words. Try to rewrite this. Let's try to rewrite this one in 6 words. Why most business owners is 2 words. Why most experts fear one thing. Why most experts fear one thing. And then my first line would be, studies show 70% of business owners want to avoid this thing. Here it is. I think I got 6 words there. Why most experts fear one thing. I'm replacing business owners with experts to get that down to 1 word. So that was just, I would probably try 4 or 5 more of these until one really hit me. So if you can take a long headline and write it in 6 words, test that. Definitely test that. I like to use concepts and anchors as well. Like the millionaire mindset is both a concept and an anchor. It anchors a certain type of mindset that the person who is ideal to read this might not have. I like to use a secret or a little known fact. I hate the word little known though, so I will probably just use secret or learn the strategies. Secrets are compelling because people want to know secrets, right? I think a lot of people would be tempted to use the word unlock here, but I won't. There's a really good reason I won't. The word unlock is heavily used by AI content generators, and people have a now this will get a little too complex, but people don't like AI written content. We just study after study is now showing that people are really they're not liking it. There's just people who spit out AI content, and the word unlock tends to be heavily used by AI. Because learn is a very definitive word. Learn says you're going to learn something. AI doesn't want to draw a line in the sand. Using metaphors is one of my favorite things in the world to do. Your business is like a garden. Here's how to help it grow. Your business is like a kitchen full of tools that you don't use. You could replace anything in metaphors like this. Your goals are like a kitchen. Your goals are like a garden. Your skincare routine is like a kitchen. And then you got to figure out how to close the loop on that analogy or that metaphor. Draw on popular culture, master your time like a true superhero. I just put superhero here. I really wanted to write like the name of the superhero, but I want to be careful with that. I don't want Marvel Comics coming after me or the people who make the Matrix movies. I don't want them coming after me. Like the Matrix is relevant nowadays, right? Master your time like a presidential candidate. Oh my God. There you go. Try that one. Templatize this. There, take your niche, put it in the blank right now, and then go write that headline and see what happens. Master your bike riding. like a presidential candidate. You think people, oh, yeah, Jeremy, but you don't sell that. I'm going to just stop the share for a second. Let me just check in on the YouTube, make sure I'm not missing anything there. Great. Okay, not. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're learning something. If this is opening up something for you, just tell me in the chat. If you have a question, definitely ask it in the chat, please. And let me just get back over to the notes. I just wanted to check in on YouTube. Okay. So try that one. Master your blank like a presidential candidate, just because it's so relevant right now, like it's on everybody's minds. Here are some things that will definitely help your headlines. I love the how-to headline. And the reason I love it is because how-to, people who search for the phrase how to do something, how to ride a bike, how to reduce the appearance of wrinkles around my eyes, how to use water, how to sell water as a service, how to get a job as an engineer. Those search phrases increase by about 70% year over year. Every year, we see more and more people searching for how to do something. Write this down. 81% of your market wants to be educated before they purchase from you. If you're creating content that educates them, you become the sole source for the solution they're seeking. And because people search for how to more and more every single year, you're going to capture that audience by starting your headlines with how to. I did it with this class, how to write attention-grabbing headlines. How to. You're watching this because you're interested in knowing how to write headlines. Probably worth noting at this point that if you'd love to learn how to create content that makes you more money and gets you better clients, just go ahead and visit collab.prouty.me. There's a little video there that's going to tell you how my mastermind works. It's incredibly affordable. I've made it that way. I've made this thing super affordable because I just want to help people. Come on in there. You meet with some really cool people, like 4 times a week. We're all working from the same playbook. Everybody's working to grow their businesses. So just go there, check that out. Using the word secret has worked forever, and it will continue to work forever because people love secrets. So the secret to productive mornings, here's your template. You already know it, right? You already know what your template is for this. The secret to blank. Just make that into a template. The secret to blank. The secret to great headlines. The secret to capturing attention. The secret to crushing social media. The secret to growing your business. The secret to making more money. The secret to having greater impact. The secret to actually being happy in your business. All of those secrets, by the way, are revealed in the mastermind, which you can find out more about by going to this link right here. What I'm doing, by the way, is I'm slipstreaming in offers to my teaching. That is something that I teach you how to do. You can do it. You can learn it by observation. Just watch what I do. But I'm slipstreaming in offers, low barrier to entry offers. All I'm asking you to do is go to a website and watch a video. You'll know if it's right for you. And then you'll get on my calendar and you'll say, it's right for me, Chris. So that's called the slipstream offer. And we teach how to do that and more in the mastermind. What you need to know. So I use this one with my B2B clients. This one works super, super good with B2B. It'll work with B2C as well. But with my B2B clients, I always use the phrase, what you need to know now. And so I will prepend that with an event that's happening. The presidential elections, what you need to know now. Cross-border mergers and acquisitions have changed. Here's what you need to know now. New regulations on email marketing in Europe have surfaced. Here's what you need to know now. A new tool detects AI writing. Here's what you need to know. Like in a B2B context, that is just, you will get your prospects opening those things like crazy, especially in subjects for emails. Next, find the pain point, agitate the pain point, and provide a solution. This is the PAS framework. Problem, agitate, solution. And you can do it with your headline, tired of always feeling tired? And then your secondary headline, your subheadline, could agitate. And then the solution is to read the article. Tired of always feeling tired? Here are 3 ways to get energy without taking medication. Watch this video. Are you discouraged with endless weight loss plans? How to create a simple, effective diet plan as a subheadline to get people to keep going in. Contrast before and after and explain how. So show the problem, describe what life is before. Example, stuck in blank, you deserve better. Here's how. Stuck on the 4th page of Google, you deserve better. Here's ranking stuck on the 4th page of Google, you deserve better. Here's how. Stuck in a weight loss plateau, you deserve better. Here's how. Stuck in knowing what moisturizer to use on your skin, you deserve better. Here's how. Okay, so stuck in or trapped in, lost in, or illustrate the transformation, do this to have the blank of your dreams. Do this to have the business of your dreams. Do this to have the manifestation of your dreams. Here, I took a long headline and then I wrote it in 6 words. Living paycheck to paycheck, follow our step-by-step guide to break the broke cycle for good. Now, I happen to like this headline quite a bit. I think that would work very well. But if you needed to write it briefly, how to break the broke cycle. If you're writing for articles, you definitely want to select topics and subjects your audience relates with. 5 ways to make friends as an introvert. Learn the steps to great relationships. And then in your subheadline, you'll leave with actionable tips to, should have made that a template, to blank. Fill that in. Editorial style for headlines works very well too. Breaking news, big discount, save big with these tips. Is your blank holding you back? These are very editorial, journalistic, magazine cover type stuff. Is your significant other holding you back? Watch the open rate on that one. Is your fear of success holding you back? Is your terrible handwriting holding you back? Is your childish language holding you back? Is your ready? You want everyone to open it? Not everyone. Is your childhood trauma holding you back? Watch the open rate. Holding you back from. Here's a headline everybody can use. Is your childhood trauma holding you back from SEO success? Watch the open rate on that one, J. Paul. Starting your headlines with why and how are definitely going to help you. People want to know why, they want to know how. Now, making it personal, when I write headlines and when in general, when I write content, one of the things that I often do is I will pick a person that I've either served or who I know is a great prospect, and I will pretend that I'm actually writing just to them. So I will think about their characteristics, the things that they've told me, what I know about them, and I will write the headline and the article directly to that person. I won't put their name in there, but I'm writing it as though I'm writing it to them. When I started doing that, it was almost instant. I started doing this years ago. It was almost instant that I got people messaging me saying, I feel like you wrote that to me. Why? Because we all are experiencing the same things. So I can write, if you wished you were happier in your business, or maybe you feel like you have a lot of potential, but you haven't been able to get it out to its fullest extent. I'm thinking of someone very in particular in saying those things. They happen to be a client, a new client. But how many people hearing this thought, well, that kind of does sound like me too? Because we all kind of experience the same things. So pick a person and write to them. I know you're having a hard time with aging. I get it. And maybe the wrinkles are starting to show a little bit more. You're spending all this time on Zoom and you can't help but notice them. And filters can only go so far. Maybe you're using a headshot as your profile photo that's 5 years old because that's when you felt like you looked your best. Well, why don't we fix that? Why don't we fix that together? Now that's beyond a headline, but that's how I write. I don't help people with their skin, by the way, at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. If you eat like I do, your skin will definitely look a whole lot better. But that's a whole different conversation. One that I'm very happy to have, but not now. Somebody the other day told me that they noticed that my face was reflecting light more than usual. It's true. It probably is. Somebody messaged me and they were like, you have a face, you have like a face gel on that reflects light? I do not. I don't. It's my fasting that makes my skin look better. Okay, so right to the human. Include a well-known group of people, mention like celebrities or groups of people, what 16 millionaires know about success, how influencers generate income. Your niche experts agree, blank leads to success. SEO experts agree. Writing your own content leads to success. Keep it short. Platforms like X. Oh, I should have put X in there. That's how old I am. I still call it Twitter. 10 tips for better sleep. I like to use hashtags 1, 2, or 3. I try to use as few as possible in my headline itself. That helps you get discovered. People aren't necessarily searching for hashtags, but it helps the platforms know where to place your content. Ask an opinion in your headline. What's your blank of choice? What's your social media platform of choice? What's your toothpaste of choice? What's your water purification device of choice? What's your savings strategy of choice? What's your goal setting method of choice? All right, you ready to do some real work? You want to do some exercises that are going to really, really help you? Create templates from stuff that works. Okay, number one. So we're going to do an exercise right now. I'm going to show you how to create templates from stuff that works. Here are some ways of finding stuff that works. Watch this. I like to look at Amazon book titles. So let's head over to Amazon. You can see all the goofy stuff that I look at. Look how boring my life is. Look how boring my life is. I look at coffee. I look at fake plants, headphones. What a life. Let's pick a niche. How about let's pick something that we haven't talked about yet today. What is something that we haven't talked about yet today? A niche that we haven't talked about yet today. How about something neat, something interesting? How about, you know what? Let's give Eileen Ryan some props. Eileen Ryan helps people get hired. Resume writing book. So you look for books here. Did I have food? Was there food in my Amazon? Shouldn't have been. Only coffee. There's no food. Oh, were you saying food as okay? I thought there was food in my Amazon. There shouldn't be any food. I don't eat food. I barely eat food. Yeah. Oh, something I haven't talked about. All right. Well, I did resume writing. So you do a search for books on your niche. All right. So I did resume writing. I'll do food next as well. And then you sort by bestsellers. And then you look at the titles and subtitles of these books. Expert resumes and LinkedIn profiles for managers and executives. So then you take this title and you go back over here to your notes and you paste the title, and now you turn this into a template. Don't use it exactly as it is. Using it exactly as it is called plagiarism. Now, I believe there is something called the double plagiarism law, where if you use it and then someone else uses it, it becomes yours. But don't quote me on that one. I'm not positive that's really true. Expert blank and blank for group and group. Expert content and social posts for small business owners and entrepreneurs. I took it right out of resume writing and I brought it right into somebody that helps people with like SEO and social media. Expert, probably not expert, but how about high quality skin toner and moisturizers for 50 and 60-year-olds. So, expert budgeting and savings for teens and millennials. You take something that works and you take the format, templatize it, and use it for yourself. And to show you that this can work, how about personal chef books? Sort by bestsellers. You know why I sort by bestsellers? I sort by bestsellers because people are generally buying something based on the title and the cover. So let's just use the template for the title. Oh, look it. Copy that. Ready? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Templatize this for yourself while I take a sip. Finding blank. What you do. Story. Remaking blank from blank. Finding confidence. Finding confidence. A bicycle, sorry, that was a hard word to say. Finding confidence, a bicycle coach's story. remaking childhood joy from, I got to come up with a good word. That's a hard one, Deb, right? But remaking remaking fun from childhood joy, or from not form. That was a hard one. Deb is a bicycle riding coach. But finding confidence, a bike riding coach's story. Oh, you know what, Deb, you're so multifaceted because you use bike riding as a trajectory to help young people understand that there's a brighter future. That's a better headline. Let's finish this up. Let's write that one. Finding it's not you're helping young people understand that there's a brighter future. Finding a brighter future. Finding it's success. A bike riding coach, a bicycle coach's story. Remaking remaking it, maybe not even remaking, it's shifting. Oh, shifting. Jeremy, where were you with that one? Shifting vision. Shifting the future. From, I need something else, Jeremy. Give me something else. Shifting gears for the future. There we go. There you go. Oh my gosh. What a great headline, Deb. So Deb teaches young people how to ride bikes, but what she's really teaching them is how to have a better life in the future. So create templates from stuff that works. You can find tabloid or magazine headlines when you're standing in the grocery store. You can turn those into templates as well. Those do really well because they got to get you to buy the magazine. And then finally, look at what you respond to. What ads do you click on? What articles do you read? What captivated you? What got you to click through? We seek who we are. So if something resonated with you, it will resonate with the people you wish to serve. So what do you respond to? Take that stuff and make it into templates. And why are you not in my mastermind yet? I don't understand. I really don't understand why you're not in my mastermind yet. This is what we do every single week. You hang out with me and some really cool people. I'm going to make it bigger for the people that haven't done it yet. It is cheaper than coffee. No kidding. It's cheaper than candy. You bought coffee today, you spent more money than the people in the mastermind, and they're learning how to grow their businesses to $20,000 a month. And you're drinking coffee. You know how much coffee you can buy when you're making 20 grand a month? Oh. Enough. You can buy enough. Not an income claim. You have to do the work. If you're lazy and you're not going to do the work, you're not going to get anything out of this. Don't even call me. Don't even talk to me if you're lazy, because you're not. How dare you? You're not going to get anything out of this if you're lazy. This is not for everybody. Okay, this is for people who want three things. They want to profit from what they do. They want to impact those they serve, and they just want to have fun. That is what we get done in there. And we do it by doing stuff like this, where you get to participate every single week. Speaking of which, I'm running up on my 1 o'clock. So I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to thank you for being a part of this today. Just join the mastermind. Look, if you don't like it, give me your money back. I don't care. I don't want you in there if you don't want to be in there. But if you're like the other people that came in they say some pretty cool stuff. Like it's the best training that they've ever gotten. And then the collaboration is what it's all about. So that's why I built it. I built it for you. If you're still here watching this, I built it for you. Just want to serve you. Just want you to get great results. Okay, I got to go. You guys who are in the mastermind, coffee, you know where, you know when. That's in 60 minutes. We're going to sit and have coffee and chit chat for a little bit.